G'day guys, it's Busha in the G-Sing Chahoda from Australia, from Aussie from Adelaide. How you guys doing? Beautiful, beautiful. Guys, the video I'm going to talk about today, or the video I'm going to present it to you guys, is the continuation of the last video I did on Gainbitcoin, especially the person behind the scenes, or the CEO, or the co-founder, Amit Bhardwaj. This is the continuation video, because I can't, like, that was like a 46 minutes long video, man. It's just a lot to cover, right? So he did write an article in the beginning of this year in January, right, which is called "Hello India, My Vision for 2017 for Cryptocurrencies for the Bitcoin." It's a massive. I think what he is doing and what his intentions are in terms of Bitcoin, it's just mind blowing. And guys, I want to tell you one thing. In terms of Bitcoin, a lot of cloud mining companies, they don't even show their face. Absolutely not. They don't. Like, you don't even know who's behind the scenes, right? And in this particular video, I'm gonna show you how many different projects he's involved in it, what sort of the caliber of this person has, right? What his thinking is, what's his approach towards the blockchain, what's his approach towards the new projects or the new startups. Okay, I really wanna, like, it's a lot of information about it. It's never been told, especially in the video. So and I always find a gap that it's just not there. So I'm just gonna present it to you guys, that right? And I'm gonna put all the link under there, so it might make your life easier. If you wanna do your own research, you can just click on the links and just read about it, especially for this article or the paralinks under this article. So I'm gonna put it all together. And guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, you know why? Because I'm gonna bring a lot of cool stuff in terms of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies. Okay, please subscribe to my channel underneath. Bisc to you. Busha in the G-Sing Chahoda to you guys. Okay, let's talk about it here. So he wrote an article back in 1st of January 2017. Hello India, my vision for 2017 Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Okay, so what he talked about in the first paragraph is how much he loves Bitcoin, right? So he's talking about his around the globe, how people think about it, about the Bitcoin, and what's his views on it, right? Like, he absolutely adored, because I told you in the last video, he's a tech savvy guy, right? His background is all technology, right? So this is what he's talking about in the first paragraph, right? So he's like, look at this one here, right? The coming year of Bitcoin shall rise to so price and so on, which is already happening, guys. You can see it. That was he's talking about in January, and you can see it's the Bitcoin hit more than 1200 USD, 1200 USD dollars, right? So you can see it already, right? But from my personal, that's what he's talking about. The voices are louder and more diverse than ever, and enthusiasm. I can't pronounce this word, man. Enthusiasm fueling their voices is less of hope and more jubilantinian, more like of song. The crowds, like, he's talking about it here a little bit about it, then how people got happy about it when the football soccer team got, start winning and stuff like that, right? So what he's talking about is people are very excited about it. Okay, and the second paragraph, he said, it's a pragmatic optimism, like a people, and they just so optimistic about it, right? The approach itself, the practical approach itself, right? So he's just saying that 2017 is going to be a great year for the Bitcoin. Okay, so in here, in the third paragraph, he's talking about that how the Bitcoin rises from $430 to $1,000. Everyone knows about it. End of the last year, it gone up to $1,000, and he was talking about here that it does not just skyrocketed. It just gone slowly, steady, and even you can see over the last three months it's just go down, like and then slowly it's recovered, and then going higher and higher again. Okay. So well, I'm not gonna read every paragraph, so like more I'm gonna talk about is that the projects he itself is involved in it, right? Because otherwise it's gonna be too long video about it, right? So like, because I'm gonna put the link in there, you guys can actually read it anytime you like. Okay, so in the fourth paragraph here, he's talking about he said in 2016 was also the year where the marriage of cryptography and blockchain made another giant leap. This was the year where the couple presented their second child to the world, namely smart contract. So here he's talking about Ethereum. Okay, the person who actually, the main person behind it is Vitalik. I think he's somewhere from Europe. I'm not quite sure where he's from, right? And let me check if I can find him here. Sorry. So you guys can see it. There you go. That's the foundation team of Ethereum. Okay. So yeah, this is a Vitalik Buterin Foundation. I think is from no, he didn't say it, right? So yeah, like anyway, like I'll put the link for this one. So he's talking about this is the second thing, becomes a huge, absolutely huge last year, right? So what he's talking about is here smart contract. What is the smart contracts, right? So smart contract is like let's say you're buying a real estate property. Okay, so what happened with the real estate property? You need a lot of people in the third party, like to stood the grounds that no party, they should rely on the third party. But with the smart contracts, what will happen is you don't need a third party, right? And why you don't need a third party? Because you cannot manipulate the network itself. That's the beauty of the blockchain, is that you cannot, any application you made on blockchain, right? As long as it's a decentralized application, you cannot manipulate, you cannot change the transactions, what had happened in the past, right? Like, so that's the beauty of it, right? So Ethereum is one of those, the smart contracts, like, in, to be honest, it's being tested in many areas, healthcare, then real estate, okay, and I think in the stocks as well, right? So anyway, like and then there is talking about is that there's something that happened, like here the 50 sorry, another thing is they did a crowdfunding, which is like people not like people donate the money for the project. In 50 days they raised $150 million. That's how people happy about that sort of projects, right? Especially for the Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then $50 million been hacked. Okay, so what it means is that if you look at in in the coin side of it. There's two coins. There's one is a Ethereum. There is another one is a Ethereum Lite, right? What's the difference is because what happened was the Ethereum itself got hacked, right? So one portion of it, that they took the 50 million. The hackers took the 50 million. So what happened was, Vitalik said, okay, what we're going to do is, they're talking about the fork. I'm not going to go with that technology terms in there, right? So what he said we're going to go one step backward, okay? And then whatever they took, that's out of the system, right? Those Ethereum doesn't exist anymore, right? But there was the other party, the other side of the people, they were like, nah, we're gonna stay with the original one. So that's where there's two, the two coins happen, the Ethereum and Ethereum Lite. Okay, so yeah, like I'm not gonna go too much details into it, right? So it looks like he was talking a little bit about negative. It looks like, but he's not, right? He's absolutely not. What he's talking about is that when you build an application, you make sure it's a great application which cannot be hacked. So he is saying here, this is my opinion showcased to the present world that blockchain enthusiasts are prepared to provide solution much better than the world has been witnessed so far. That's what he's talking about. He's not saying anything negative about it. He's positive about it, how great it was, what had happened. He just commented on it on a personal level. That's about it, right? And then he's talking about here the banking system, right? This was the first year where the bank extensively experimented with the prototype blockchain solution in their numerous daily operations. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some of the things here. Here you go. CBA, which is a Commonwealth joins the global banks in Bitcoin research. That's like in 2015 September. Okay, so I'm gonna check the next. Okay, so that's 21st of January 2016. Commonwealth Bank of Australia tested blockchain trading with 10 global banks. One of them was Barclay, which is the England bank, and also there were ANZ was the part of this technology as well. Let me see if that they actually talk about here. If you look at ANZ Bank joins the tech, joins creating blockchain hyperledger, global banking Bitcoin party CBA, like a Commonwealth of Australia invited. And I'll tell you guys one thing, like recently I read an article that Commonwealth is always known for technology savvy, like always ahead of technology. So what they're doing in Queensland, they're actually launching bonds and shares. You can buy what is called you can bonds and shares you can buy on the spot. And sorry, like the word I'm not using, the real time. What it means is that you don't need to wait for it. These days, if you want to buy a bond or share, you have to wait for 3 to 4 days. But they are starting, I think soon, maybe middle of this year or in October, they're starting out to in a real time where you can buy bonds and stocks from there. Okay, so if you think about it here, that's what he's talking about for the banking. Okay, then he said it is more than evident that these POCs, I think what a POC means is, I'm not 100% sure, as my proof of concepts are likely to fructify in 2017 or maybe started bearing fruits by the mid or late 2018. Okay, which is happening. And then this paragraph is all about, you know, how the bigger companies start jump into this technology and start using it. I mean, look, with the Microsoft, you can buy anything with the Bitcoin, absolutely anything, like, you know. And then he's talking about IBM, AWS, you know, Infosys from India, TCS, like, you know, that's what he's talking about, the bigger companies here. Okay, that's the, and then there's a very interesting subject here that for the first time welcomed blockchain and Bitcoin more than rejecting them. They're like in 2016, right? The IRS of USA approved the Bitcoin individual retirement account. Like the people who wanted to retire, they can actually invest in Bitcoin. IRS is actually Internal Revenue Service. It's like a tax department for USA, right? Which allowing people to directly invest saving for retirement in Bitcoin. The government of Japan became the first major government to officially recognize Bitcoin and digital currencies as a money. My Japan is into it. Everybody into it. Anyway, guys, so that's about it. Like a, you know, and then he was talking about here Chinese government and the Indian government, what had happened with the demonetization of the money. Like, you know, that's the major thing happened to adopt the people Bitcoin. Guys, that was just a rundown a little bit, but here that's the main thing part here, what I'm going to talk about here, right? So here he's talking about the projects he's involved in. That's the major thing about the projects he's involved in. One of them is GBMiner, which is we touched upon last time, okay, in the last video, which is I'm going to show you again here. Okay, so this is the fastest growing Bitcoin mining pool. The question is why? Okay, let's find the answer here. Talking about me personally, we launched GBMiners, which reached about 108 petahash is in about 115 days, averaging about 1 new petahash added every day. That's the like a speed, or you can call us, right? Making us the fastest growing Bitcoin mining pool in the world, and the second largest mining pool outside China, and 9th largest globally, operating in almost 5% of the network mining pool. I already showed you this one, guys. Like, you know, last time. You can go and check on the blockchain, the hash rate. That's where you can see that pool GBMiners on there. I'm not gonna open it up. Okay, so you can check on the last video. So guys, you know, a lot of question people ask that what's I watched a video, one of his video, and then somebody asked Ammit, right, Amit Bhardwaj, the CEO, that you know, what's the security? Come on, guys, you know what I mean? Like, you know, what sort of security are you talking about? He's involved in so many projects. He invested so much money, so much time, right? And you're gonna put 2 Bitcoins in there. You're talking about the security. Look, guys, I'm not like, you know, in favoring or, you know, against or anybody, but what I'm trying to say is try to understand the concept. Try to understand that what the company's values and the vision holds for, right? That's actually, these are the reasons led me to do an intense research and to present in front of that, you know, what this company is capable in the future. The Gainbitcoin company, what's its future is gonna like, right? And I told you last time that GBMiners is only merely 6 months old, and they mined more than, I think, probably now, probably 11,000. Last time we checked it, last video I made it, it was 10,640 Bitcoin they mined it. And you cannot fake on blockchain. If you know about a blockchain, you cannot fake it. Okay, so like what I'm trying to say is, what sort of backup, what sort of startups he got. He's not solely rely on cloud mining. He got a mining pool as well. Then he launched a CoinBank wallet, which provide fixed deposit for people for 1% to 1.5% up to 6 months. Or I think he was talking about up to a year as well. Like, and then he said that you can 1.7 up to 1.75. Guys, you need to understand that what sort of vision this guy has, right? What he's trying to do. Like, look at the project he's involved in it. Okay. Now the next one is that I have recently also invested in Satoshi Studios. Okay, let's check this, which is I actually also showed in the last video as well. Okay. Now I'm just gonna read about it here. The last time I opened it. Here. All the selected companies will move to New Delhi, which is like whoever invested in this program. India Blockchain Knowledge Hub of Southeast Asia for 3-month intensive program, April 2017 to June 2007, where they will get access to awesome mentorship, hands-on session with the blockchain expert, a great office space, and a great living space where they will work with the other blockchain enthusiasts. I always had a problem to pronounce this, right? From Southeast Asia. We invest 50k in exchange for 8% to 15% of equity. Can you see that what I'm talking about? Like, the programs he's involved in it, and he's telling you that how much equity he's gonna have, right? So these are the people, these are the investors. Like, apart from him, these are the people out there who actually invested in there as well. Okay, so that's the one of the another program apart from GBMiner and CoinBank. Let's go back here. Okay, he's saying blockchain startup where the intention is to fund at least 6 startups by 1st of April with 50k each. 50k each, right? So nearly $500,000 to 3 months intensive program with them, while also inviting blockchain experts from across the globe to meet the best of budding Asia in New Delhi. It's gonna be huge, guys. Guys, this one we haven't talked about is called he said we also probably launched a Bitcoin Growth Fund. We didn't talk about last time. I think I completely forgot about it, but the video was so long. It was 46 minutes, right? People don't watch it. But anyway, it's like, so I'm just gonna go to what sort of Bitcoin Growth Fund. I'll just already open up it. So before here, so he said I'm just gonna put a click on all funds. Okay, let's see what happened. I think it's too many tabs that are open and it's a little bit slow, so just be patient with me, guys. Okay, what they're saying is here, pick up a sector which is close to your heart and support a business which will build the future. At Bitcoin Growth Fund, with the help of blockchain, you can invest as minimum 1 BTC in a startup. Right? You can be a part of it. What are the investment opportunities? Investor opportunities are Next Gen Fund. If you remember last time I talked about it, he's a co-founder of this company Next Gen. I'm pretty sure it's the same one, right? So they need a target is 50 million, but they raised 12.1 million. So the chances that you guys, it's a huge opportunity if you want to invest it. These are the, I didn't even know that, guys, right? I'll just research it, so I'll just come across this. This is great. And then the loyalty programs, which is 50 million is the target. They raised 18.3 million. Blockchain fund, which is 50 million, again 20 million they already raised it, right? Then Internet of Things, based on internet, right? So that's like a 6.2 million raised there. Target is 50 million. Then there is virtual reality, 2.2 million. Target is 50 million. So guys, if you want to invest in it, like, you know, you could just come to bitcoingrowthfund.com. So what I do, I put the link underneath there. You know, if you wanted to look into it, guys, what I'm trying to explain it here is that it's just not a Gainbitcoin. Like, Gainbitcoin is just a one one segment, like a one, you know, he involved in so many projects. So what his energy is all about Bitcoin startups. He's putting a lot of energy, and also he's putting a lot of money into the blockchain startups, right? That's what I'm trying to make you understand. It's not that somebody out there, you don't know who's behind the scenes. It's just in front of us that how many things he's involved in it. That's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna click on one of the programs. Cool. Like, you know, let's say I'm gonna say invest. Yeah, I'm investing in loyalty programs. Let's see who's involved in it. Okay. Come on. I think because I open up too many tabs, it's just you know, it's taking too long to actually open it up. Okay, there you go. So they already raised their 36%. Okay, so who is involved in it? Harley Davidson, Coca-Cola, Cadbury, Zappos, which they sell shoes. You know, Coca-Cola, Cadbury, Harley Davidson. I'll show you Harley Davidson here. I think I already have. There you go. Harley Davidson motorcycle has a new collection of 2016 model of the year. Where is it? Famous motor brand Harley Davidson motorcycles had presented a new collection of 2016 model year. It is interesting that some shops allow users to buy Harley Davidson motorcycle by Bitcoin, right? So this is just one of another example as well. They into the loyalty programs. These four, okay, and you can do the same thing. You can click on the other funds and then look into it. If you're interested, look into it, talk to him. You guys really want to invest in it, right? So these are the different ones. Let's say I'm just going to click another one, blockchain. I didn't even click it before, so I'm just going to quickly click on it. Let's see who's in it. Okay. Banks, definitely, for sure, we talked about it. Settlements and money transfer, which is sort of part of the real estate, will change. Real estate will change the smart contract, as the need to trust the developer register will no longer be needed, right? So healthcare, supply chain management, insurance, online music, and Internet of Things. You know, it said it is a $3 trillion market that's going to get created, disrupted with blockchain in next 5 to 8 years. This is amazing. That's absolutely amazing, guys. Look into it. Absolutely look into it. You know, if somebody's putting in money in there, and the massive player, the bigger players are putting money into there, well, it's just crazy. I'm gonna show you something else as well, which is beautiful. So, is that this one? Oh, no, I think this one here. It's called a BitBull. Okay, what is it? It's a Bitcoin stock exchange and trading platform. Trade stocks, commodities, forex, and hedge funds using Bitcoin. So, guys, you need to open your eyes that even the stock and the commodities, they've been trading in Bitcoins. You need to understand. You need to think why they're trading in Bitcoin, why they're holding the Bitcoins, what they're going to do with the Bitcoin. They know that it's coming. They just don't want to admit it. I mean, like, they don't need to say they're not admitting it. They're admitting it. If they trading with Bitcoin, they're admitting it. All right. So all we need to understand as a society, that we should start looking into it. It's a huge opportunity. Absolutely huge opportunity. Well, you need to understand that why PayPal has invested $160 million in it. Why? Sorry, I'm gonna forget one thing more. Actually, that was just a beautiful thing. I'm gonna show you. Not this one. There you go. WESTpack. Any Australian, they know who WESTpack is. Quite a big bank. WESTpack invests in Bitcoin player Coinbase. I think everybody knows what Coinbase is. They're not saying that they invested in Bitcoin. They invested in the Bitcoin exchange, right? So what it shows you that, right? Even the ANZ, even the Commonwealth, they already invested in a Bitcoin. Why? The question you need to ask, why they're investing in it? Why? Right? So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that you need to start thinking. If anybody not investing in Bitcoin, you need to start thinking about it. It's just a huge thing. The banks in the trade market, they're trying to they want to have I wouldn't say control, they want to have a hold on it, because the Bitcoin itself is a beautiful thing you cannot control. That's the beautiful thing about it, right? That's why they're rejecting it. But eventually, because the society wanted it, because it's such a freedom, so they need to allow it. The government, right? The industries, they need to allow it. And we discussed before, I mean, in US, it's nearly legal. People buying houses, people buying trades, the commodities and stocks and bonds, things like that. It's a huge, guys. It's a huge. So my job is, guys, to like, go back here with the and this is another thing, like, I'm just going to go back all up front. I think that there's 5 different Bitcoin growth fund you can actually invest in: a next gen fund, loyalty fund, blockchain fund, Internet of Things fund, and virtual reality things. And you can understand that, it's just a huge thing, right? Let's move on from there. Okay, so you guys can read it through. I'm not going to read every single line of it, right? So here, guys, is another thing. He said, earlier in the year, I have invested in 6 other blockchain startups, all in stealth mode, based out of India. One of them is soon launching as an index fund for cryptocurrencies. Beautiful. Which will help cryptocurrency investors both hedge their investment, also maximize the return by carefully choosing the basket of promising alternative currencies to invest in it. The team has been busy number crunching for the past 6 months in a pilot phase, and so far their chosen basket of alternate currencies has outperformed Bitcoin over the match time period, despite Bitcoin's ominous march in the last few months. It's beautiful, guys. Guys, what I'm trying to explain to you is, look at the vision of this guy. Read this article, try to understand that, how far he's gonna go. Start thinking about it. You don't need to invest, if you don't feel right to invest in a Gainbitcoin, like a Cloud9 company. Invest in another project he's offering. He's offering any of the project you want to come on the board, just come on the board, right? And I always say it, the beautiful thing with the Gainbitcoin is you don't need to start with the 1 Bitcoin. You can always start with the 0.1 Bitcoin. It used to be 150 Australian dollars now, but I think it's 160 or 100, yeah, 160 or something right now. So like you can smaller amount, you can invest a smaller amount like a 0.1 Bitcoin and see that how it grows. Like, you know, you don't need to go for like a 0.2 or 0.3 or sorry, there's no 0.3, 0.5 or 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin. Just start off with a small amount. Like the smallest amount you can start off with them is 0.1 Bitcoin. Check it in, guys, right? And then see that how that works, how the system works, right? And then they give you return on investment every 15 days, right? With the start off, the first payout they give you after 45 days because they have a return policy, like a, you know, you can break your contract within 30 days. That's the reason they don't give you that's why they don't give you the first payout after up to 45 days, right? So you can take your money out up to 30 days. But after that, once you with them, they give you every 15 days there's a payout. Okay. So yeah, like you know, that's that. And here's the beautiful thing. Regarding my vision for 2017, I would love to see many industries getting disrupted by the efficiency brought in both cost and time by blockchain. Some of them being namely banking and finance, already seeing it, healthcare, supply chain, insurance, real estate, governance, public sector, media and content, anti-counterfeiting. Personally, I'm willing to help. There you go. Can you see that what he's talking about? Are you going there to meet him asking what sort of security you giving us? He's asking you, personally, I'm willing to help startups in any capacity, whether they have been raising capital or opening access to the connection or lending a hand in technological expertise. He's happy to work with you guys. He's lending you the hand. Come on, he knows that it's the future. I mean, it's just there, right? Over the past few months, we have built a smart but very capable ecosystem of Bitcoin enthusiasts and developers in New Delhi who would be very happy to help anyone dabbling with the blockchain or cryptography. He is giving you an open announcement. Come and work with me. Come on, guys. Come and work with me. Stop doubting. Like, you know, I've seen so many videos people put around there. People going to the office and they're asking silly questions that this and that, you know, like without having a mathematics background about it. Even not having an understanding of the blockchain or the Bitcoin. It's purely about money. Right? So, yeah, it's there. Money is there. There's no doubt about it. But the questions are so silly in that sense. Come on, guys, do a research, think about it, you know, understand it. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole idea led me to do all of this, that what he's involved in it, right? So that's where that will make you have a faith and trust in the company and in him, that he's not out there to take your money out one Bitcoin and run away. Okay, guys, so my job was to explain to you, like, guys, again, I'm gonna say it again, online is a risky business, guys, right? If you don't understand it, do not invest in that business. Okay, and the reason me to lead you step by step into the process, that, you know, so you can understand it's not a Ponzi scheme that you take the one hand and give it, you know, get a little bit to the other person. No, it's not that. He's been backed up by so many projects. He's got a absolutely bigger vision about it, right? And I'll show you last time the one of the government, you know, the commerce chamber. He's going to see the government officials and also the technology service and the business under the one roof where they can talk about the, you know, the difficulties with the bitcoins, or, you know, the problems, and, you know, how we can come up with a solution, how can we deal with it, you know, things like that. So he's involved in so many things that, you know, he's not just a miner. He got a bigger vision, that absolutely bigger. And then you guys, I'm gonna put all the links there. Even that article got a straight links to anything. You can open it up, right? Look at that. He sent you he put an email down there. Can you see that here, guys? I'm gonna highlight it. Can you see it? He put an email down there. Come and talk to me. If you are into it, I'm lending my hand to you. Come and work with me. Right? This is what it means, guys. This is what it means. Guys, so I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty tired talking about it now, but I'm on the same time, I'm very happy that I able to deliver the information I wanted to deliver. I will deliver more. I deliver actually more. I always, because there's a lot of technical terms I really want to explain, but the problem is that it becomes too difficult, because if you don't have the basic understanding of it, you're not going to understand it. Like I was talking about the fork before with the Ethereum, right? It's kind of too difficult to get into that, right? Have the basic understanding of it, right? And then you can always start off with the basic, and then you can explore anytime you like, absolutely anytime you like, guys. This is the information from me, Bursha in the G-Sync Chaheda. Bisc to you. Bisc to channel. Subscribe to my channel. My all social media links will be below underneath the video. Interact with me. Send me a message. Connect with me on Facebook. Any question about a Gainbitcoins, the company, the cloud mining, how that works. Actually, I'm gonna make a video on that you know, how the actual system works, so you guys can see it as well. And also, I'm gonna make a review on the first payout I got it from the company. I'm gonna make a video on that review as well, so you can see what's happening behind the scene. This is my job, guys, to dig the information deep and bring it out. Bring it out, guys. Bring it out. Again, guys, it's entirely up to you. What do you want to do? My job was to deliver the information to you guys, and I did. Okay, and yeah, look after yourself, and keep hanging out with the Bursha in the G-Sync Chaheda from Aussie land. Subscribe to my channel. Like my page, interact with me. Peace out, guys. Look after yourself.